I forgot you have to do that. What up? What's up, chat? I think everything's working. Let me know if things good. It's been a sec since I've streamed. I know. What up, Zero? What's up, Ada? Kacheng. What up? Let me know how. I think music's a little quiet. I'm gonna turn up music a bit. Let me know on the music volume. Are you like there? I'm pretty good. How are you, Ado? Oh, it's Halo Master Chief Collection tonight. No, I didn't get a review copy. I am in NVIDIA's thing, but NVIDIA got a limited number of codes from Remedy, so yeah, they didn't have enough, unfortunately. Oh my god, it's time to hate again. Number one hater is in chat. What's up, Des? Evermore said, hello, what do you think about the era of devs relying on NVIDIA DLSS to do the work with optimization? I'm a little back and forth with it. I think I'm going to make a video soon on it, where there's kind of a... Because if you guys have noticed in games, like, if you go from low settings to ultra, like in the latest games, they're not scaling that much. It happened with Starfield. Actually, I'm just kind of thinking of Starfield. What other major releases have happened? It happened in some other games. I think like Last of Us didn't scale that much either. Except when you went to low, it looked like terrible. But Remnant 2 didn't scale that much either. But I'm kind of been feeling that with games where it could technically be like a scenario where you're relying on upscaling instead. But at the same time, we've seen I think we're starting to see where developers are specifically targeting newer consoles, and the low setting is like what newer consoles can do. So they just make that, and then, you know, good luck on PC. So I'm not exactly sure. The fact that it runs at 15 FPS on non-mesh shaders, I mean, it's true. It's sad because a 1080 Ti doesn't have one. A 5700 XT doesn't have one. It's rough. Sarah said, I don't play modern games too often, but I remember being shocked how good low settings was on Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, I mean, I feel like they like skewed the scaling on Doom Eternal. Is like Ultra was like actually like medium in that game, and you went to like Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare settings or whatever. I feel like they just like shifted the bar to make you feel like a badass. Yes, I am streaming Doom. Yeah, I was just gonna go over this. Obviously, I said in the Discord, for anybody who's in the Discord, I don't have access to the game until midnight, and for whatever reason, Epic Games, apparently on PlayStation. Oh, I'm not here. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Apparently on on PlayStation and on one sec. And on Xbox, you're able to pre-download it, and you just can't do it on Epic. Like, it just isn't here. You just can't pre-download it. So I'll have to download it at midnight, and then I can actually play it. So kind of in the meantime, I just kind of want to go over like what info has come out, because obviously some people have had the game, some people have been able to review it at this point in time. I know one of the major ones, so Daniel Owen did already a big... This guy, man, he is so fast at this stuff. It's crazy. But he did a bunch of GPU testing on it. He's actually already done one with AMD cards too. This first video was only with NVIDIA graphics cards. And I think if anybody who's curious of this, he did NVIDIA graphics cards first because AMD doesn't have a driver out for this game yet. So I just don't think that you should have even tried AMD cards until they have a driver out. But there was a press driver that on NVIDIA's press website, you're able to get it a little bit early. So I feel like this is why it was only NVIDIA cards, but we've seen in this video, so this is a GTX 1070. Now, Daniel went over it a little bit earlier in the video. This game is so it uses mesh shaders, apparently. And this is I think the first game that's ever released to only use mesh shaders. I don't know if other ones have utilized them, but not made it mandatory. But yeah, so mesh shaders are a feature that was introduced with GTX 20 series and RX 6000 series GPUs. And that means that anything before that, even if it is fast enough, like generally speaking in other games, because it doesn't have mesh shaders, it might just run like garbage. Yeah, the Alan Wake 2 driver is out completely now. I'm not sure on AMD, I haven't checked that yet, but we've seen in this, he tested the GTX 1070, and I think this was, here he goes to, I think this is low settings with like FSR performance, and this card in the woods here.
Foliage density and detail is still fairly high, so
the game's looking like garbage right now. Let me slow it down, actually. Let me get it. Let's do half speed. So if you just like, I'm gonna mute him honestly, but like if you see here, like the hair and stuff, I feel like it just is like you're getting some ghosting and stuff because you have to turn on so much upscaling, and at the same time you're only running at like 18 FPS on low settings. Like, man, it is rough. This game is really demanding. And if we look at the actual requirements charts, I did make a video on this. It was within a news video. But there are certain cards, like minimum is a 2060 or a 6600. So this is like a $200 graphics card brand new right now. So you need at least these just to play the game. I don't know if new games are going to come with mesh shading. I can't pronounce your name. Gupta. I'll just call you Gupta. I don't know. I don't know how useful mesh shaders are for like game development. I don't know if it makes it better or easier. I don't really know. But yeah, minimum asking for a RTX 2060 or a 6600. And that's just for 1080p 30 FPS. And you're upscaling at 1080p. So that's already pretty nuts. But we've also seen other system requirements. The main standout one was to get 1080p 60 FPS on a 3070, like a mid-range graphics card from 3 years ago. Just to get 1080p 60 on medium settings, and you're at FSR performance or DLSS performance. That means you're rendering at 540p to get 60 FPS. So why are pretending that 10 series are still relevant? It's because they are. If you look at Steam hardware survey, because a lot of we've gotten this pretty poor price to performance generation over generation, that we see that many people are still holding on to older cards. I mean, 1060 is still up there, 1050 Ti. I know these are cheap cards, but yeah, we see a lot of people are on a lot of the newer cards. But at the same time, these cards are still relatively relevant. Even the 1070 is still like 2% of people out here, or 1.5% of people. It's 6.5 years old, or 7 years old actually. They're old cards, yes, but the thing about it is specifically with the mesh shaders, that's even with RX 5000 series, which are only 4-year-old graphics cards. the thing about it is like a 1080 Ti is still a fast card nowadays, and it can't run the game properly because it doesn't have mesh shaders. And a 1080 Ti has 11 gigabytes of VRAM. It's still very capable even at 1440p with a little bit of upscaling today. And that card is 6 years old, 6.5 years old. So it's pretty hard. But yeah. Tato says, what mouse do you use? I use a Razer Basilisk V2. I'm no optimum tech or anything. I'm not crazy about my mouse. It works. It's wired. I'll show you it. Wait. It's not that fancy. There you go. Probably even a little crusty. I clean it every now and then. Yeah. I really don't think your mouse matters a whole lot, as long as it's comfortable and not heavy to you. I don't think it's... There's probably like the slightest difference between this and like the highest end mouse. Like, I wouldn't get caught up about it. Optimum is the upper echelon of gamers. It's kind of true. He gets everything. He's got the 500 hertz monitor. He's got the crazy 4000 hertz mouse. He's got everything. It's cool. It's cool to watch videos like that, but I don't think it's really for everybody. It's a good mouse. It's like a $30 mouse. This mouse is a little heavy, actually. But because it is wired, it is a little bit lighter. I also don't get the point of wireless mouses. Yeah. Honestly, like, what... Like, a wire is fine most of the time. It doesn't make any drag for me. I don't really get it. I think just to keep less clutter on your desk. Who, Optima? The most annoying voice? Nah, bruh. He's cool. He's also, like, jacked for some reason. The only tech reviewer that's, like, yoked. Yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about Alan Wake 2 system requirements. I was actually going to talk about... So these are obviously very demanding stuff. When we do actually start playing... I'm on an RTX 3080 right now. We might mess around with ray tracing a little bit. I won't be able to swap out graphics cards as I'm playing because I got one PC. Eventually, I'll probably have two PCs to do this stuff, but I can't do it right now. So, wireless mice just please the eyes. I mean, that's fair. But we'll be using the 3080. It'll be kind of interesting to test the 3080 with VRAM because if you see in these tests, if you were to go on 4, I guess this is basically rendering at 1080p, but if you want to go on high settings, you need 12 gigabytes of VRAM, but the 3080 that I have only has 10 gigabytes. So it'll be interesting to test that in terms of its performance. Is it limited by VRAM and stuff like that? Is Alan Wake 2 more demanding than Cyberpunk? I don't know. I haven't tested it. I have no clue. Now, I think the majority of the game is more demanding, but if you go to path tracing, I don't know if they're like equal or what. Obviously, Cyberpunk scales really well. You can just go to low settings on Cyberpunk, and the game runs great. Yeah. Smoke all that dank kush, dude. For sure. So, obviously, we see that the game is demanding. If we go through Daniel Owen's video, the 1070 had struggles. The 2060 with the minimum settings did surprisingly kind of decent, I'm pretty sure. This is at half speed, by the way. That's why it looks so choppy. That's a normal speed. But the 2060 in this foliage area, which is usually very demanding on the GPU, is getting like 40 FPS. So it's like kind of decent to some degree. And I mean, it's not good. Like, you don't want to really play at 30 FPS, but it's also a low-end card from quite a few years ago. So at the same time, I don't really know what you expect from a 2060. The 3060 was also having troubles. I think this is 1440p. I think. Blame Epic. But what was surprising is like this game. So this game is published by Epic, right? And I thought it was going to be on Unreal Engine 5 because of that, but no, they just published by them. And you can't get it on Steam, which kind of sucks. I can't really blame them, but yeah, you can't get it on Steam. But the 3060 was getting okay performance. Like he put it at, I think 1080p here on the medium recommended CPU or requirements, which is on medium settings with DLSS performance. So really crazy scaling. I mean, it's 540p. And in this case, the 3060 was getting like 50 FPS. So yeah, it's pretty demanding. What I really want to ask though is, and test with this, is this going, like, is the performance of this going to impact the gameplay or to some degree? Because there's that one area where not that many people can play it because it's very demanding. It's just like is like a gateway. They're gatekeeping people from playing their game for some reason. But just on top of that is like, because we're leaning so hard into graphics, does that actually impact the gameplay? Does it take away from certain areas of the game? Like, is it not as fun because of the graphical, like how much they invested in the graphics, or what? There's a whole bunch of areas that we can go into. Obviously, Alan Wake 2, if you just check out some of these reviews, I feel like it might be nice to watch one of these reviews beforehand. What do you guys think? Alan Wake 2 hates poor people. On God. Is it an in-house engine? Yeah, this is Remedy's North Light engine. Let me see if I can get like a picture of it. North Light engine. It's this one. It's that one. You might have seen this logo before. Yep. I feel like it might be nice to watch a review. So I did watch a review. I watched GameRanks' review here, and I'd be willing to watch the IGN review, because from what I've seen, this is actually a very high quality game, but because this stuff is so demanding that might not let people play it. Is that just like wasting its potential? Is that just like screwing it over in the long term? And should games be going in this direction, or is this just not worth it? So I think go ahead and watch the GameRanks one. Obviously, if you guys want to check this out, Alan Wake 2 before you buy GameRanks here. Okay. I don't know what it's targeting on consoles. I don't think it's going to hurt it. Well, what consoles are doing is they're just upscaling like people, like crazy. It's kind of interesting because a lot of people argue that you just go to a console, but all a console does is upscale from 720p to 4K. It's like, it's not magic. I guess maybe people are just like opting out of the PC market because you constantly have to upgrade, whereas they always find a way to make it work on console, even if it sucks. But yeah, let's go and check out this review. So just get an idea of how this is before we go into it.
With another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest games releasing. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, and today we're talking about Alan Wake 2. This is a game a lot of people have been...
Is it loud enough, by the way? Let me know.
waiting for a long time. It's a game that the developers, Remedy, here have been also wanting to make for a long time. And we finally got it. And just to like rip the Band-Aid off here, not waste your time.
So also a thing about Remedy is they're actually a studio that spends a lot of time on their games. It takes a while. So Alan Wake 1 came out in 2012, I think. Control, their next game after that, came out in 2018, and then this come out in 2023. So there's long gaps between their games. They're not just like pumping out garbage. So actually Remedy's a pretty highly regarded studio.
This game, in my opinion, was worth the
It has DLSS.
wait. If you like single player adventures,
it's like sponsored by Nvidia,
horror, or most importantly, just other Remedy games like Control or Max Payne or Alan Wake or Quantum Break, then this is the game for you. A couple of small things to acknowledge here and there, but otherwise, Alan Wake 2 is an uncompromising and thrilling ride. It doesn't hold your hand. It can be scary, quirky, challenging, and weirdly beautiful. And of course, the housekeeping, just so you know, we've been playing a review copy, and this footage has been captured on PC and is spoiler free. I'll talk more about the technical stuff down.
And this is a survival horror game. From what I've seen, it seems a lot like the new Resident Evil games, where you're kind of like going around, you're gathering things. It's third person, over the shoulder kind of perspective. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure if that's a game for everyone. Also, throughout this review, you can look at the visuals and stuff, whatever you think.
Down the line, but everything you see on screen is either stuff already shown in previews or within the first 2-3 hours of the game, so you're good. And
it's funny. Wait, so he says this. It's always funny because of how, like, if once you know what's going on the other side of this, it's really trippy. So like, I do have access to Nvidia's like press stuff, and they show you, or they tell you this stuff inside the press briefing. But so like when he says this, just listen.
I'll talk more about the technical stuff down the line, but everything you see on screen is either stuff already shown in previews or within the first 2-3 hours of the game, so you're
when he says that, that's all you're allowed to show. Like that's what they tell you. They're like, if you show anything more than this, your review is going to be taken down, basically.
Good. And also, just for context, my bias, I've been a big fan of Remedy games from the beginning, so I'm going in with that perspective. And I'll talk about the newcomer experience if you're new to this stuff in a little bit. But this is a follow-up to Alan Wake from 2010, with a dash of Control and Remedy's fun, like, cinematic universe. The mystery drops you into the shoes of two characters in two kind of twisty-turny campaigns that intersect, and you can kind of choose the cadence of whose you progress through at certain points. So there's Saga Anderson, the FBI agent. She's someone who can seemingly solve any mystery. It's kind of a superpower. She acts as...
So... there's some interesting mechanics with the game. I think Alan Wake gets... I never played the first one. I didn't play all the way through Control. I played some of Control. But I think it gets kind of meta. So there might be like a way... like, I think Alan like writes the game or writes the story of the game and can change things. But I'm not 100% sure.
As the new,
like, going into this, I don't really know what I'm getting into.
Comer to all this craziness, having no idea what's going on. She kind of acts as like the straight man, you know, the normal human person to kind of anchor the chaos of this world. She's in the Northwest in the small town of course, Bright Falls, with her partner investigating mysterious culty murders, and her story
like, I don't know how this links with everything.
Crosses paths with that of author Alan Wake, who has been missing for a bunch of years. What
I do want to point out, though, is just like walking through here, like,
author Alan Wake, who has been
that looks
missing
wild
for a bunch of years. Alan Wake.
It looks really good. That almost looks like a movie.
Sections in the game are like...
What is even more impressive is this is Remedy's, like, Remedy is a studio that makes a game. this is their engine. So this isn't like big money Epic Games making a UE5. No, this is like an in-house engine. It's pretty crazy. Now, obviously, they've worked with NVIDIA too, with ray tracing and stuff like that, but still.
In this nightmarish, twisted, grimy, horror noir version of New York. And it is absolutely perfect. It's tense, terrifying, confusing, and
guys, we're gonna get
stunning,
scared today.
Saga's sections
it's gonna be
are often
real
in
spooky.
beautifully rendered, creepy, atmospheric woods and detailed small American.
Like, wow, just because there's like a different. I made a video about this, but like, there's a difference between a game that just, oh man, the graphics look so good. Oh my god, the ray tracing and path tracing. Wow, that's so cool. There's a difference between that and like style. And this game looks really good. Hey Rob, if you message anything like that, you're gonna get banned. Just to let you know. That's messed up. But at the same time, like, you like look at like the colors in the scene and how they're actually using the lighting, colors, and style to make the game and make the atmosphere. I feel like that changes everything.
So you get a lot of really great influences here. You know, a dash of Twin Peaks here, a little True Detective there, a little Max Payne nightmare scenes, throw in some Silence of the Lambs, but it all molds together to become its own unique, weird adventure. Unlike the first Alan Wake,
like,
this
wow.
is more of a survival.
Like, it's supposed to feel surreal, and it looks surreal. Not many games can say that they do that.
Survival horror game. So to make kind of like a reductive comparison, I would say it feels like the original Alan Wake with you blasting shadow enemies with a flashlight and a gun, but it now plays more like Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake and just feels way better. You're usually only squaring off against like a few enemies at once, and they can be challenging. Like, you will die. There's also a little dodge and a weak melee just to kind of use it.
Looks good, but low
they
FPS.
feel fine, but
maybe,
it's all really about keeping your wits and managing your resources. Because in true survival horror fashion here, resources like ammo and health and flashlight batteries and your own personal inventory are pretty limited. So
I think that's what we're gonna be experiencing here. There's a lot of scarcity with it. So I remember playing Resident Evil 7, and you end up having to like, you might not have enough ammo to take a fight, and it's kind of like, what do you do in these survival horror games, which is, I guess, part of the fun and part of the fear is that you're not going to always have the resources to take down enemies. You have to play like you're going to run out at any moment. Now, I don't know how scarce they're going to be in this game, how much they're going to challenge you, but still, I'm going to have to hit my shots.
So you really need to pick your shots carefully. Enemies are like designed to specifically mess with you, and I really like it. Every single one is unpredictable. Like, just when you think you know what one is gonna do, it teleports to you instantly, or it runs away, or it throws something at you. You kind of...
I feel like those teleporting enemies might be annoying though. Let me run that back.
One is unpredictable.
You
like,
turned down the
just
difficulty.
When
I'm not doing
think
that.
You know what one is gonna do, it teleports to you instantly. Or
enemies like
away,
that can be
or
annoying.
It throws something at you. You kind of always feel like you're on the back foot, desperate, and you can get flustered if you waste some bullets on a disappearing apparition of an enemy, or just like a run-of-the-mill enemy. You thought it was just going to be a generic encounter, and you totally get screwed. It's all just like good, stressful survival horror stuff.
Okay, wait. We can download the game in 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Check it. 1 minute. Almost there.
Flashlight to open a weak spot, to then like shotgun or pistol blast to the face isn't the most complex gameplay in the world. It's actually pretty simple when you boil it down, but the shots feel good and satisfying, and the survival horror tension just works really well here. But the real...
I also like, this effect is like so trippy. So like, it looks so good.
Satisfying, and the survival
You shine your
horror
flashlight at
tension
them,
just
and they like combust. I don't know if that's like an instant kill or anything, but still.
works really well here. But the real meat of the game is adventuring and exploring and figuring shit out. So Saga's whole part is really straight up detective work. You're talking to people and looking for clues and moving the mystery forward in between blasting bad guys.
We're gonna get stuck here, guys. We're gonna get stuck on a puzzle, okay? Your boy is stupid. But that's why you guys are here, because you guys are a little smarter, right?
And
is it up now? Can I download it? Yes. Okay, we'll get the download going. This is on, so for reference, I might say it later too, but this is gonna be on an external SSD. So if you're looking at loading times and stuff like that, that's what it is. Tis downloading. And we are downloading at 50 megabytes. No. 55 megabytes a second. Okay. We good? So
with the press of a button,
just wait until it's done, I guess.
Instead of the game pausing, you actually instantly teleport
I don't know if it gives me an estimated time.
Mind. It's kind of like a hub pause menu, but where you can
It'll
actually
go
walk around in this cozy log cabin. Here, you can look at the map, you can walk around, you can read up on stuff.
I don't know what Game Ranks guy is on. I think he's on a mid-range system. I'm not sure. The game's 80 gigabytes. I think I can show you guys this. Yeah. There you go. I throttled my download. If stream starts looking bad, let me know. Obviously, I'm downloading on the internet right now, so I might mess with it. Is 80 gigs pretty big game? I got a lot of storage, so it's not killing me, but it might kill some of you guys.
Suspect profiles and link things.
Also, the game's only $50. So like, there's all of this stuff surrounding Alan Wake 2 that is like, oh my god, graphics, and it's like, hey, the game is only $50. Like, it's not even 60, and a lot of games are starting to charge 70. And this is like, from what I've heard, like a 20-hour experience. So I don't know. Like, I think there will be DLC for it at some point in time, but like, that's really not bad.
Together, there's an entire evidence board kind of thing you can walk up to and post photos on the walls.
And this looks cool. Look at the character model here. Like, this looks good. For real. Looks good.
Put up little notes, post-it notes, and use red string to tie clues together and piece things together. It really feels like detective work without being too intense. It's not Detective Simulator.
Yeah, I'm hoping, Eddie, it's like a situation where it's like, where it doesn't seem like the scope of the game is larger than it needs to be. So there's certain games that try to do too much, and I don't think this is one of those games.
Where like you need to completely deduce the mystery on your own. It kind of serves as a good way to unfold things and explain things to you, and it still gives you the satisfaction of figuring things out without you getting stuck too much. Like, it's really natural feeling and organic in a way I haven't really seen in another game. And then Alan has his own place he can instantly.
But I did just see this. I wonder if this will be an issue that comes up frequently.
In another game, and then
do you see this? There's a little bit of texture pop in on this here. I'm just going frame by frame. Or am I going frame by frame? Yeah, do you see it? Texture comes in. Hopefully that's not an issue consistently.
Alan has his own.
They're charging $50 for this game. If you guys do know their old game Control, it came out in 2019. Somebody corrected me in chat. Thanks for that. But that game came out in 2019. They did give that game away for free at some point in time. I forget when, but I don't know. I own it now because I got it for free.
Place he can instantly warp to at any time too. It's like his little writer's room. And in here, you can walk up to a board and change and rewrite scenes in the game. There are certain...
I don't know how this is going to end. This is going to be so trippy, guys. So, Alan, main character, apparently he's a writer. I didn't play the first game. But he can literally rewrite the game in the story. How this is going to work, I don't know. But at the very least, I love the creativity. I don't know how it's going to be implemented, but the creativity of that sounds awesome. Seriously.
to at any time too. It's like his little writer's room. And in here, you can walk up to a board and change and rewrite scenes in the game. There are certain environmental puzzles centered around Alan figuring something out,
wild.
then bringing up the board and then click and then start rewriting a scene, which happens in real time.
Apparently he does this here.
Like Alan will go, the scene needs to like be different. It needs to go like this. And then there's like some visual.
So is he like writing his own horror story that he's playing a character in? Like, that sounds awful. Why would you want to live your own horror story?
Effects on screen and the sound of him typing, and then suddenly a flash and the entire environment is totally different. Like doors are open, things are blocked, blood is everywhere, lights are on, crazy stuff.
Okay, he doesn't show
all
anything.
Kinds of cool tricks happening right in front of you as you piece
in the review
together
here.
Scenes to progress. Some of these moments.
Yeah, and he's gonna say it's very, very crazy though. Graphically, I wonder if we're gonna run into this.
As you piece,
because I think he's upscaling pretty heavily here. So if you see this, let's slow it down to 50%. If you see this,
all kinds of cool.
You see like the ice cream or the little hot dog stand
in front of you.
Do you see that?
And
you see this window here?
Together,
there's a lot of shimmering going on. There's many people. I've made a lot of videos about upscaling and stuff like that, and like the shimmering stuff that you can see. And a lot of people comment on the video, and they're just like, "Hey, I can't see these. How do you notice it? You have to slow down the footage and zoom in to see this stuff." No, you don't. You can see this stuff in real time. Like when we make reviews like that or videos looking at certain things, it's actually that we are specifically pointing out things that we saw in real time, and we slow down the footage and zoom into it so everybody else can see it and know what we're talking about. But yeah. Thanks, Cameron. The GOAT Vectorman. Yep.
Some of these moments
I'm gonna pay Cameron back someday for all those damn donations.
Can be pretty challenging, and the game does not hold your hand with figuring it out.
We'll have to see how much I have to do upscaling. Yeah.
I really like the challenge here, and with all the different types of puzzles. But with these in particular, I did find one or two parts here and there that I wasn't necessarily stumped on, like mechanically. I just couldn't figure out what the game.
Well, games have Nemesis, like consoles have almost always need upscaling. I think even the Xbox 360 and stuff was using upscaling, like to some degree. I don't think it was that much, but I think it'd be like, going from 720p to 1080p. Bro, Kara, bro. Got him.
Going for like what it wanted me to do.
Yeah, so, like look how
mechanically.
This is gonna be some of the stuff that we're looking out for. So like, look at this.
Figure out what the game was going for, like what it wanted me. to do.
All that shimmering.
Some people may.
That's what we're talking about.
Struggle with this, so I just wanted to give you the heads up. Even if sometimes I found things a bit too unclear, I like the challenge, and I really like the spectacle of it. It does stuff you don't normally see in a video game, especially with the fact that Alan also has his own special device that uses light to essentially instantly change scenes in front of you. So not only are you rewriting scenes in certain environments,
I don't think many. Everybody's just in TAA now.
But you're also just kind of using an instant switch flick to change things in front of you to navigate. It sounds like a lot, and for a second it's tough to grab, but it works. You'll pick it up. And speaking of the characters jumping to the mind place thing, these rooms are also where you upgrade yourself. So Alan has kind of hidden things you find in the environment that grant him certain buffs and bonuses when you unlock them, and Saga finds collectibles in the environment that serve as points to spend on weapon upgrades.
Something that kind of annoys me about some games, like it seems like every game has their own upgrade system for your weapons, and I feel like it can get kind of annoying because you have I know like if you once you learn the game it's good, but constantly having to learn every new game's upgrade system is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. So this game does have another upgrade system. I don't know how in depth it goes, but like I remember when I went to go play Jedi Survivor, and I was like, man, I don't want to learn this upgrade system. Like another upgrade system. I don't want to do this, man. Like, I'm good.
Now, in here, like I said, you're also catching up on files and stuff and doing detective stuff, looking back at what you found. And you can also view some of the really hilarious live action TV commercials they filmed for the games. Remedy has been playing with radio and TV and visual meta stuff in their games since Max Payne 1. And it's nice to see it come
This is what's trippy. They have real footage in the games. I do have the game. It's downloading.
this far and just be really funny and trippy and dumb.
What's actually crazy though is you go from in-game and the graphics look really good. They're not quite real life, which I guess might actually make it worse. I'm not 100% sure. But then you go to a live action scene. I feel like you don't get taken out of the game nearly as much because the live action scene is pretty close to the game.
Nice to see it come this far and just be really funny and trippy and dumb. I love it. And speaking of that, the game visually does some really clever things with live action. Like live action scenes will be
so it's like the game like a written universe, and then when they go into IRL, is that like is this like actually talking to the real writer? I don't sorry.
projected on walls in front of you. Characters will transition from video gamey to live action. There are all sorts of tricks and surprises like this throughout that are number one, cool, but also number two, visually out of this world. The game does a really good job with
I feel like this scene doesn't look that good, but
great immersive environments and sounds. You know, breezy woods at night, wet small town streets, nightmare worlds, shining-esque hallways, voices calling your name in the distance. There's a lot, and all of it plays with bold color and
I think she's in a place called Coffee Town. I don't know why, but yeah, there's like these dancing coffee guys around
really
here.
good light and shadows where you actually feel like something could jump out at you. The game is scarier than the original Alan Wake and all Remedy games, I think. But
so what he's making an argument for here is that because the game is like so realistically lit, that it feels like you're in it, and that means that the scares are more impactful and you feel a little bit more uneasy at times. See if that actually plays out. So that would be an area where, because the graphics are better, the actual technology, it could add to the game, not just like for visual purposes, but to immerse you in it.
But it's not.
So he said, in the first game, he learns that he's consistently writing his own story to survive the spookiness of the town. If I recall correctly, I can't remember too much. Okay, so he's like stuck in a town and he's like controlling the scenario. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I've heard it's good. I heard the story's good, but this is the early reviews, and it's like early reviews are always positive or something.
Going to leave you with nightmares. It's like a good happy medium. It is horror, but it still prioritizes atmosphere and tension and story over moment-to-moment scares. There are certain sequences that rely on like flash jump scares a bit too much for my liking, but I can't argue with the fact that they look good and they are effective, at least. There are also...
So there's jump scares in the game. That means that I'm going to fall out of my chair and almost die, okay? So just be ready for that.
Multiple creative moments in the game that might top the ashtray maze in Control for some people. Just saying, good, memorable stuff. And while visually I keep saying the game looks great, just keep in mind I only had access to the PC version here. I can't speak on console versions. Just
I did want to add too. So Digital Foundry did a video about the PS5. I don't know what I just looked up. What is digital? Okay. But they did a video about the PS5 version of the game, and in this version of the game, the console ran like fine. It's not great, but it uses like a ton of upscaling, and it can consistently hit 60 FPS. I think. So yeah.
Yet the PC version did have some crazy high system specs, but after diving in, it actually seems to have under-promised, kind of over-delivered a little bit, because it's fairly scalable. Frame drops you see on screen.
This doesn't sound right. He said that the game is scalable. Settings wise, no. Alan Wake 2 is not scalable. All you can really do is scale it with upscaling. Going from low to high settings doesn't make that much of a difference. But if you turn on ray tracing, it's insanely demanding, obviously. But yeah. What's up, Metalhead?
Screen here and there are really because I'm running it on a low-end machine in spots to see how it does.
Oh, look at this. Wait. He's using frame generation here. Wait, check out this. Looks like there is some artifacts with frame generation. Let's slow down. So look at her head as he turns the camera.
Here and there are really because
This is at half speed.
Running it
You
on
see that?
a low-end machine in
Ooh.
spots.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, you see that? Yeah, that's frame generation. Holy. I don't think that's motion blur. Am I crazy? This is motion blur. That's frame generation. Yeah. So he might be scaling from like 30 FPS and using frame generation. I'm not sure.
Machine in spots.
This isn't a technical review. I wish he had the system specs on the thing, but he doesn't. And I put it back to normal
To see how it does, and I found it playable. Other than that, I did have a few visual bugs, and 2 times I got stuck in the game's geometry and I had to reload. Now, stuff
So it seems to be mildly buggy. I will say though, like this looks really good.
is
There.
getting fixed in a day 1 patch and beyond. They're already on it, but you know, they can't get everything, and I saw the occasional glitch. So it's just something to let you guys know. And
It doesn't seem to be like a buggy mess, but it seems like there's some issues with it. Banana, by the way, the settings or my specs are in the description of the stream.
prepared, not falling apart, but little things here and there, especially a bit further in the
A lot of stuff here too. You see the flickering, like up here. It's like, let me roll it back just a little bit.
further in the game. Now, that newcomer
So that's something to keep looking out for.
experience, you know, the question I'm going to keep getting, can you play
It
this
could have
game
been on
without
path
playing
tracing.
the first Alan Wake? I think so. Yeah, you get way more enjoyment if you're
I mean, it could be on a 4060. I mean, for this game system requirements, a 4060 is kind of low end, actually.
all in, though. Maybe watch a YouTube video to catch up, but I think the game does a good job of at least somewhat onboarding. You'll be confused, but I think the game is interesting and unique enough that people will play it.
Look how cool the colors look, though. I love the visual style of the game. It's like green, red. Any guys who are into color theory, like, ooh, contrasting colors. Whoa.
And understand the base through line story, which does get pretty weird and complicated. But with all the surrounding stuff, I think they'll be enticed.
Metalhead says, just got the Corsair i7 400, i9 4090. Did you review this one? Huh? What is an i9 4090?
Enough to dive in deeper with
confused.
the developers' previous games, you know, just because of all this fun, strange stuff
looks so cool.
sprinkled throughout. If you are a Remedy Games fan, though, hell, maybe even just like a Sam Lake fan with some of the stuff they do here, there's just a lot in this game that will make you happy. More than 20 hours of fun and a new game plus mode coming to it soon. So the only other negative, and I wish more reviewers spoke to this, there's no physical version of the game right now. You can't go buy it on a shelf.
It's a little bit of
I
a-
like physical games, and I do think
Jake
this
is not
a
as
miss.
tech savvy
They
as us.
have
Jake is a normal gamer. Jake is the guy who's doing this review. He's a normal gamer. We're PC gamers, so we're idiots. And if you don't have an FPS counter in the top left of your screen, or if you're a freak, you have it in the middle. If you're even weirder, you have it on the top right. But yeah, we're freaks.
at least like the developers and publisher have been forthcoming about this. We knew this. They explained their rationale. but I really, really hope a publisher.
So apparently there's no physical copy of the game. I have some friends that love physical copies. I haven't bought a physical copy of a game in forever. I think the last time I bought one was Spider-Man, but I get it. Like, the thing is, like, a bunch of physical copies nowadays, like, games are too big to put on the disc itself. So instead of giving you multiple discs, it's all they do is they just give you the game in there. It's just, you literally put it into your system and it's just a code, and then it downloads the game from the store. So it's like, I don't know. It's a whole scary situation because, like, you don't actually own the game then. So, like, if something happens to the store that you got it from, you don't have the game anymore. But that's relying on the stores to stay open, to keep having access to your game into the future. I get the fear with it. I don't personally buy physical games, but I get it. I just buy everything on Steam now. Steam's another scary thing. Steam owns, like, basically all the PC market. And Epic, as much as, like, you can hate on Epic, and, like, this game also is, like, part of the Epic Game Store. It's only on this one, Alan Wake 2. You can hate on it, but at the same time, it's competition, and that's a good thing. I also don't know how they keep giving out free games on Epic. I still don't understand. I thought that was going to end a long time ago. And I agree, Steam is the best one, but we got to see other ones.
Sure, at some point puts this out in a physical box because I enjoyed the game enough that I want to display it on my shelf, and I think that says a lot. These are the games I love. Single player adventure games, cool action, weird mysteries, survival horror, and they nailed it here. If I put my diehard Max Payne fanboyness aside, then I can say this is Remedy's best game yet. But of course, that's a before.
Yeah, the thing about so basically the thing about early reviews is they're usually all very good. Oh, is this stream look good? Okay, there was a slight the download dropped out for a second. It's back now. But I don't know how they keep giving away the games. The thing about giving away games on Epic is, like, even though they give it to you, it's like, is anything even a problem? Because you don't actually, like, I doubt anyone who gets the free games on Epic actually plays all of them. So it's like, did they actually lose anything by giving away the games? Like, I think I've only played like 2 of the free games that I've gotten from Epic. So it's like, how much do they really lose? Some people might play all of them, but I don't got enough time to play all those games.
Before you buy, you know how this goes by now. I give you some pros, some cons, some personal opinion, and now I want to hear yours down in the comments. If you're jumping in right away at launch and you're playing the console versions, would love to hear your experiences with that. If you're playing on PC, would love to know how
Max
your
Payne
deal
was
is.
a banger.
It might be different for everybody, but also let's just talk Remedy and your experience with Alan Wake and the developer's previous games, your expectations, your.
I think that's something I think he wrote in. He turned that taxi into a cop car.
Wake and the developer's previous games, your expectations, your hopes, and
I think that's what happened there, right? Lemon said I played every single one. I say that's cap. There's already games on Epic that I have, like, say, like Borderlands 3 is literally right here. That's a multiple hundreds of hours game, right? How?
Dreams. Did you love Control as much as we did? Let's talk about anything with this down in the comments. And of course, you can always find me at Jake Baldino on YouTube and social media. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for a great spooky season. Hoping you're having a great one. Clicking the like button does help us out if we informed you or you appreciate.
You guys, make sure to smash that like button. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and link the video to the chat. Go ahead and like the Game Ranks video. It's good. I like Game Ranks reviews. They're usually pretty good. I mean, they're usually like a little happy-go-lucky, but at the same time, they're good reviews.
Appreciated this gameplay, but that's really it. Spiel over. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
I'm also very curious how the combat's going to go, because this has been like if the combat isn't good, it could ruin the game. Like if you fight an enemy and every time get annoyed by fighting them, it could really ruin it. Banana said, "How is your ad block still working?" I have ad block, but I also have premium, so I pay for premium. I've been paying for it for a while because I really don't like ads on YouTube, and I watch a lot of YouTube on my phone. A lot. Yeah. So that's oh, I was like, what? This is such an assortment of letters. I haven't played BF since a BF 2142. Ads suck. Yeah, ads awful, even though they pay for YouTube for me. That's how I make money. So I can't hate them too much, but I just pay for premium. Premium is kind of expensive though. For real. By the way, we're at 91%. It's verifying the game. 92. It's almost done. So obviously, GameRanks was pretty positive about the game. Who knows exactly how it's going to go and if the graphics are going to impact the gameplay. I'm a little bit worried about that. Obviously, this isn't like a high frame rate type of game. It's a single player survival horror game. Is this something that's going to be destroying, like if you don't have good FPS, is this going to ruin the experience? I'm not even 100% sure. Like I still hate playing with anything that is like I'd want at least 60 FPS. At least. I really want my 1% lows to be 60 FPS. So to me, I'm a little back and forth with it. Minimum 48. Or we could just go for the cinematic 24 FPS. That would be even better, right? Yeah, let's not do that. But visually, like, I think they actually use the graphical technology in the game to make something pretty amazing. If we do check out, this is Daniel Owen's video. He tested path tracing and stuff. I'm gonna be using RTX 3080. I do not think my 3080 is going to be able to run path tracing. I just don't think it'll be able to do it. But I don't really think this game in particular, like, it has full path tracing in it, which means every single like effect and stuff is calculated using rays and ray tracing. That's what path tracing is. And I don't really think this game really takes the best advantage out of it. Probably from what it could. It helps in some places with reflections. It helps in some places with the shadows and shadow detail. But most of the time, I don't really think it matters. But that is like actually the headlining feature of this game is path tracing, at least from NVIDIA's perspective. NVIDIA loves that stuff. The ARC A770 runs surprisingly well. That'll be interesting. I am going to be using this game for benchmarking into the future. I'll be your benchmark for the 3080 Ti and 5900X. Pretty close. Your system is probably a little bit faster than mine. Also, Xeon, you have 12 gigabytes of VRAM, so I wonder if 10 gigabytes will limit me. I'm not sure. Path tracing would be cool if we could run it. Yeah. All right, guys. 99%. 100%. Whoa. Time to get spooked. There we go. Y'all ready? Start this up. All right. Alan Wake 2. Now, for reference, I have not played a horror game in a while, so I'm probably gonna die. Yep. How many FPS do you think? If I'm taking a bet, I'm thinking we're getting at least 2 FPS, maybe 3. Epic Games will, sure. What if you just deny that? You just bought the game. You're like, okay, I can't play it anymore. All right, guys, time to skip the end user's license agreement. And yep, we definitely read that, and we definitely read that, right? All right. I don't have HDR. Sorry, guys. Are you supposed to set it? I don't know. It's fine. We'll just leave it. I'll get at least 1 FPS. We might be running Windows PowerPoint, but at least we're playing the game. We'll go borderless. I usually play borderless. Now, if I show you guys anything with FPS with this, obviously you got to take into account I'm recording and streaming using OBS. So that does have a good amount of performance overhead. In my experience, it's been close to up to 10% of the performance can be cut by using OBS and recording. So yeah. Should we start with high, or are we going to get screwed? Hey, I'll do a poll. Wait, I think I can do that. Wait, guys, I can do a poll. I'll just ask high settings. All right. Oh, wait, I can do. Wait. Hey, stop commenting it. Giving a poll. Low, medium, high. Wait. Okay. Vote. Go for it. What do we start? We're gonna try max, maybe? I don't know if that includes ray tracing, actually. In the meantime, I actually need to quickly get my FPS counter up and running. Because I got to change some of the names. Okay, it's going to come up here in a sec, I think. I think so. All right, what did we get? Yeah, we're going high settings, boys and girls. All right, we got the FPS counter. The thing I have to change, that's the wrong CPU. I have the 5800X3D in here, okay? I'll probably be going in and out of actually showing the benchmarks and stuff because I also want to play the game. This is also about experiencing if the game is fun, and if like because the graphics are such a crazy focus for this game, is that actually ruining the experience and the gameplay and all that good stuff. So something we're looking out for here. There's still one more thing I need to switch. Here we go. There we go. We good. All right. I'm going to end the poll. We got high settings. That was the poll. I think I have to show it or something. Oh. Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right. High settings. There we go. New game. Okay, it does give you the option to go in here. Okay, so high settings. It put us on DLSS quality. Yeah, we don't need the overlay right now. And we are across. Okay, so they gave me ultra textures, post-processing on low, and a lot of these settings are actually on medium. That's interesting. And they didn't put you on ray tracing at all. Okay. Let's start the game. Which one? Which one? Yeah, it's lower than 1080p, yeah. So my original resolution is 1440p. Also, system specs in the description. All the way up. Seeing a lot of normal. A lot of normal. Naval rake reconstruction. Huh? I'm kind of seeing more normals. Let's go normal. Just one sec. It's making me freaking... Yeah, it's making me like sign into my stinking thing again. Okay. Alright, because I couldn't see chat. I need to see chat.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Okay. Jared Leto.
In a horror story,
is this
there are
Jared
only
Leto?
victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
A deer. Oh no.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster.
Okay. I feel like this is gonna get very
wear
meta.
Many faces.
Let me know in the volume too. I think it's loud. Matthew Peretta. That is a balding man. We'll go with the FPS in a sec. Okay. That is an ass cheeks. There isn't any like... Is there actual nudity in this game? I hope not. Yeah, I'm gonna turn down the game, alright? Like 50%? That sound good? Yeah, I did not expect to see a balding, naked man at the beginning of the game. That's what we're experiencing right now. Is there like... I want to make sure. Is there like a sensor setting? Just in case. I did not think we'd be seeing this right now. Okay. I guess. I don't know. There you go, guys. That's not that bad. And by the way, the... Thanks for subbing. Whoever that was. If you're in chat. This is the current FPS, this is the average, and this is the 1% lows. And these are cycling every 10 seconds. So this is the average of the last 10 seconds. So 1% lows of the last 10 seconds. And then GPU busy just says if we are CPU limited. So if this is percentage is anything above like 1 or something, then we're CPU limited. But that might also be because I'm running OBS. Sometimes OBS will make it the GPU busy go a little crazy. Okay. This really isn't that bad. This is DLSS quality. I don't know if it gets more demanding than this. I'm scared to turn the character. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really want to look at ass either, but bright light. And I'm like a wild animal. Don't look at me.
Already gone.
Just don't look at me. Just don't look down here, please. Okay. By the way, the mouse sensitivity usually in games gets so screwed up. Surprisingly, not that bad here. Feels good. Now, this, you have to take into account, I am on a pretty fast system, so an RTX 3080 you can find on the used market pretty cheap now. Where am I walking to? Just walking through the grass? Or this is not grass. By the way, this looks really good. You can get 3080s for about $400 on the used market right now. That was something. That looks like Alan. Why are we getting scared by Jared Leto? Very scary man. Well, this is just how the game starts. I don't know how long we're a naked man in the middle of the woods. I have a strong feeling we're probably going to die. I have a feeling this isn't a mandatory character to the game. Man, they're so spooky. They're so spooky. I gotta say, the jump scares are not getting me. No RT. We're just on high settings. But I do want to kind of try. Now, I think DLSS quality looks good. I don't see any problems with it. Alright, we back? I think we're good. I do not know what happened. Also my frame counter is like completely messed up. It's like, okay, like look at, so here's chat. This is what I'm looking at. why is my overlay there and here? Oh my god. I don't know why it crashed. I have no clue. Okay. Turned off the overlay. Bringing it back. Yeah, this is why one day I'll probably get another system. Do this at the same time. Where the heck did the FPS go? It is? Is it? Something's like, it's like broken. The game feels... I'm not checking for meat. We're back on DLSS quality. Remember how much FPS we were getting before? Oh. Oh, I just had to press escape. Hey guys. Should I approach them? Maybe they'll just be scared of me. What? Did I juke him? You think I can juke him? Oh, I'm getting stabbed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we dead. Man, what did Naked Old Man in the Woods ever do to them? Is audio good now, by the way? Thank God. And we just got skewered, bro. They take my heart? Oof. Oof. Okay. Man. Well, I mean, we might have been a naked old man in the woods. Balding too. Alan? Wake. 2. But at least we had a good heart because they wanted to take it. That says a lot, man. We were a good naked old man in the woods. Yeah.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I think this is pre-rendered.
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my God, Mom, it's not your fault. People get all murdery. What happened?
What?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I.
Well, the
just
7900
like
XTX is faster than this
different
card,
things
so
here. Mom, it's so good.
I don't think I'm getting
No
230
spoilers.
FPS right now.
I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me.
Thanks, Ahmed.
I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love
Not yet.
you. And say hi to Casey. Tell him
I-
to stop brooding so much.
It's not ruining the game right now.
I will. Bye, kiddo.
I think my counter is broken. I don't know what to do about it. It's like,
Logan thinks you
It's
should
like
try
messed
cheering
up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
what? What is this guy's problem, bro?
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in
This
town.
guy's possessed.
Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
Oh yeah, we're dead for sure.
I'm glad you're on this case.
I'm not
with
skipping
me,
the cutscene.
Anderson. It's right up your alley.
This is a story game.
You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Come on, man.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer.
This is a
anyone
robot,
up.
dude. I swear.
Here we are.
He's just
All
finished.
done
Oh
like-
no, bro. Even worse.
Time to get to work.
Okay, let's see if the counter will work now. Sure if it will or not. We have a little radio in our
deputy
ear.
was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car. So where's the
Why does it
deputy?
sound like we're the bad guy?
Eaten by a bear. I'll check out that map.
Okay, I think it's working now. I think. Okay, this isn't
Worth memorizing.
amazing, but it's fine.
Get swallowed up by the trees.
What is your problem, dude?
I should take a look at that map.
No, I want to get lost in the woods. I actually wonder, last time this crashed, I hope it doesn't crash. What happens if we go to performance? Like, does it look like garbage? DLSS performance? Because it's okay on high settings here. This doesn't look atrocious. This fence looks a little messed up though. I think that fence looks a little weird, personally. Let's go to DLSS quality and see if it helps it. It just looks really thin, like the chain link. But the rest of it, I don't know. DLSS performance didn't look... We back. That's a problem. We back? You guys see me? I swear this happens sometimes with my 3080, dude. It just like clock out sometimes. Maybe my encoder's getting overloaded? I don't think so though. Okay. Ah, man, that sucks. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to fix it. So the thing is, like, I feel like the only thing I'd be able to do is to have another PC. I mean, I turned off the FPS counter. We'll just play it. I hope it doesn't crash again. I don't think that's what's crashing it. I don't think so. You changing stuff? I think it's fine. Okay.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Okay. So we got a map. We're probably going to find the naked old man that we were playing as earlier. We'll probably find him dead here. Poor guy. He had a good heart.
Hey, over here.
Hey. Oh, now the... Oh my god, dude. We back? Okay. What was that?
Hey there. Agent Casey, right?
Game froze.
Sheriff Breaker
I know you guys saw that.
coming by to take over the case. You're half right.
This looks really good. I'm in charge
Saga
here.
Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
See, I do.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton.
This guy a little nervous.
Down at the crime
So we're
scene.
very, very intimidating.
He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Yes, sir. Alright, let's just
What
take a
can you tell us
briefing.
about the
Oh, we already
crime
saw. We already know what happened. Naked man, naked balding man died.
Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Good. Yeah, we have rebar on.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
See, I want to see if I can fix one thing.
Not that we
Let's
have
drop this down to like
anything in that city,
9,000 bitrate.
Thornton.
Hopefully it still
Don't
looks good
worry.
enough. That might help.
Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Okay.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed.
There's
since
no
the
doubt in a
fenced
world
off. The store,
that we could get
campground,
lost right now.
All of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Okay. Let's go. I just want to kill stuff.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Whoa. You can access caseboard inside the... Whoa.
The Mind Place.
The character
My
model looks
version
really
of the
good.
Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work
Okay.
the case. Building the Mind Place again for
Huh.
each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Okay. So we'll want to check out that. Okay.
Everything we know about the
No, I
previous
can't play it at
murders.
4K. I don't have 4K monitor.
Worth taking another look.
Wait. Why do we have a bunch of victims? Did they do cases without us? Okay. You navigate the case board by or leave by pressing escape. Okay. All victims were reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. It seems like they're taking their hearts. Large chest wound. Stab wounds, bruising. Oh no, maybe not that one. Bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Murder method. Yeah, I think they might be taking their hearts, guys. They might be doing that. Slight difference in the murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies. Okay. Bruising on wrists and legs. Oh, that is a open chest cavity. This looks like naked old man in the woods. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. Murder targets have no discernible common traits. And chest trauma resembles animal butchering techniques. Probably very aggressive.
I see you're already hard at work,
Okay.
Anderson.
Mind Palace does not pause the
We're
game,
just
so be
getting
mindful.
started.
Okay.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
What is this? This guy in front of me here is
Casey.
literally the
You put me in
culmination of
charge.
NPC in video
Why
game.
now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Use it. Yeah, I've tried VSR and Adrenaline. It's kind of annoying to use. I don't use it to try to play games at 4K, but on a 1440p monitor, it's annoying.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Oh, we have to actually use the interact key to do that. Oh, we got our flashlight out. Oh, control is gun to your inventory. We have a gun, guys. We have a gun. We did it. Wait. I can't pull it out, bro. I want the gun. They won't let me do it. I can't shoot him. I think the game looks good. For real. This looks good. I'm playing with everybody's most hated feature right now, which is called motion blur.
Nature gives me a headache.
I think it looks good.
Much sky.
We got an RTX 3080 in here. No ray tracing right now. We're on high settings. DLSS
Not a bad
quality.
place to get murdered.
We're getting around 60 to 70
Getting back to
FPS
Nature is your thing.
with OBS running and streaming and recording. Walking section look good. This is definitely
Damn.
walking.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Ooh, why the hell is there a phone booth here? General store. Yeah, we're running. Can I make this guy go faster? Let's go.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Deputy Thornton, I take
I
it.
think it's just on
That's
Epic.
me at your
It's published
service,
by Epic.
Ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shooting.
Well, the audio is cool. Do you guys hear this?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
That sounds really good. It's like directional,
Let's just see this body.
and it has like some nice little reverb and distance on it. That's cool.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table.
Um,
Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
I'm gonna not look in the
Thanks,
middle
Deputy.
section.
No tarp. You owe me a call.
Wait, is that his heart?
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
We'll just not look at that side of him.
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Is it gonna make me?
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
First key image. So I think as her, we're gonna end up gathering a lot of detective stuff. And then we're gonna get evidence. Do we need to? Key image can be selected and placed on the board. Clues? Okay.
Another body turns up
I see.
just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
We bring death with us. I guess. I mean, his heart is removed. So. I think this is a very similar murder to the other ones. Objectives are viewable in the case board in your goals. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go. You can collect clues from the body.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Oh, I thought we just grabbed the heart. Just put it in our pocket. All right, bye. This is what we came here for.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
This feels like Detroit Become Human, actually. Have you guys ever played that? Or watched that? Kind of.
Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
And they left it. They left the goal. What a L. So the textures kind of load in there. I think it's impressive how they can go from literally the one scene like actually being in game and then taking you to the mine palace and it loads in almost instantly. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Metalhead. Have a good whatever you're doing. Peace. Thanks for the dono. I guess like that's pretty cool. And I think we can bring in this. Oh, they're just down here. Major chest trauma. Do I just put them here? Wait, what are we doing? Oh, you have to like drag it onto it.
Nah. Heart removed from
I guess.
chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Maybe I can show. Can I show this? I can actually do. I can show you guys a little bit of FPS. I'm a little worried that Cap Frame X is making it crash. So I'm not gonna put that there. Was that the? Oh, that was the old dono. Thanks again, man. Yeah. So we're looking at a wall right now. I know, very graphically intensive, but we're at 80 FPS right now. We're at a 3080, by the way. System specs are in the description. Okay. Well, I don't think we know a whole lot here. Learn more about the victim. Like, we're not going to find anything right here, right?
Who is our victim? Who killed him?
Yeah, we still have to figure out some
Need
stuff.
to find more clues.
Graphically, this game looks good, man. This looks good.
Multiple people were here.
Yeah, we can try ray
Multiple killers.
tracing. Yeah, now we're at like 60 FPS. I want to test if we put it on low settings real quick too. So we're at 60 FPS there. DLSS quality at 1440p. Now I went to low settings. We got about 10 to 15 more FPS. That's not terrible. That isn't crazy scaling though. But I will say, holy crap, the game barely even looks different. Am I crazy? Go back to high settings. You guys see this too? This literally looks like the same. Yeah, we're on high settings right now. I think, right? Let's go back to low. I think the resolution drops a little bit in the shadows, or the reflections. That's not bad, though. But we also don't really get any gains with graphics. So, like, there's just, like, not really crazy scaling here. And instead, what they do is they rely a lot on upscaling. Yeah, so I wanted to just check. So we want it to low. We're still on DLSS quality. Let's go to the high preset. Let's get a baseline for our FPS here. We're getting about 53 looking in this direction, 55. And now let's go ahead and try ray tracing. So try ray tracing low. See what happens. Which that turns on DLSS ray reconstruction. So that means you don't need to be full path tracing in order to do ray tracing, I don't think. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my. That's RT low. Oh. We went from 55 to 25. That happened. Yeah, that happened, guys. All right. Let's murder this GPU. Let's go to RT medium. Let's see what happens. That turns on path tracing to medium. So if you thought that first one was demanding. Oh, let's see. I will say that the scene looks a lot different right now. But it looks different, one, because ray tracing it on, and two, because we're at 15 FPS now.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, this is happening. This might be a VRAM thing. Next frame, please. Next PowerPoint slide, please. Okay, this could be a VRAM thing. I'm not gonna open up Cat Frame X again. Oh, actually, will I be able to show this in GeForce Experience? Basic? No. Advanced? Is there a memory utilization? I don't think there is. Dang. There's memory. Wait, was there memory utilization? I'm crazy. Am I crazy? Advanced. There's just GPU utilization. There's memory clock. But we can't see VRAM usage. This could be a VRAM thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, but we're like 16 FPS. Let's murder this just a little bit more, because I don't think it's quite dead yet, you know. Let's go to ray tracing high. And we are at 14. It didn't really change, actually. Yeah, I'll bring up Task Manager. This is happening. This is happening right now. We are currently using 10 gigabytes of VRAM, or 9.2. I think you guys can see this. This is where we're at. This doesn't show the per process per game. I don't know if this is just dedicated memory. So it might not actually be a VRAM problem. Yeah. So this is the thing. Now, the real question is, can we know... We can definitely notice the FPS drops. Holy hell. That looks terrible. Can we get this at all playable? So right now we're at... When playable is a stretch, but we're at 14 FPS. We're already on DLSS quality right now. What if we go to ultra performance? So this is rendering at an internal resolution of 480p, upscaling to 1440p. It definitely feels a lot smoother. That isn't saying much because we went from 14 to 26. Oh my. I want to see if we can see the reflections. I will say, like, the game doesn't look terrible on ultra performance here. Though, there's a lot of, like, ghosting. Do you see, like, as I'm moving my character? Like, do you see my... Like, 'cause she has a ponytail. You can, like, see it kind of flops behind. And you can see, like, there's, like, a temporal ghosting as I move my character around this other guy. You guys see that? I mean, you don't have to use ray tracing, but it's almost kind of like, why is it here when it's this demanding? I guess they're pushing it to the limits. Let's turn ray tracing to low, and we're in DLSS ultra performance now, and see if that helps maybe. Okay, we're at 30 FPS. It's actually crazy saying that 30 FPS feels smooth compared to going up from 14. The motion blur does like help a lot. It helps a lot. System specs are in the description, by the way. Yeah, that is a thing. There's a lot of temporals, like upscaling stuff going around her head. But I will say, like, for the game's credit, with how we're upscaling from 480p to 1440p, it doesn't look that bad. I'll give NVIDIA that with DLSS. DLSS looks good. I'll give them that. Holy.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Alright, we have to follow where the naked old man was. So this is playing the game if you want to use any amount of ray tracing on an RTX 3080. So for reference, this card launched at $700 3 years ago. And now you can find it on the used market for about $400. So this is like a mid-range graphics card, apparently. I don't know what you want to call it. But kind of close to like a mid-range graphics card now. And it gives very similar performance to an RTX 4070. And if we actually do check with the system requirements list, they were saying the 4070 was able to play this at 4K. No, it was able to play this at 1080p 60 FPS at DLSS quality with the medium preset for ray tracing. So this is a relatively similar experience to what you're going to get on a 4070. But they're saying 60 FPS. I mean, I'm at 1440p originally, but I think they're using frame generation and they're calling it 60 FPS, this is what sucks about this technology is now they're going to conflate these numbers like, oh, frame generation is part of this. It's not. Like, if you're starting at 30 FPS, like I've tried it. I don't have a 40 series card to test it with, but I tried FSR 3.0 with frame generation. If you're playing at like 30 FPS, it does not feel good. It does not feel good. Oh yeah, you're right. I should try FSR. So actually, let me see. If I turn on FSR, we're going to lose ray reconstruction. So let's actually check out ray reconstruction first. So we're at 36, 35 FPS. If we turn on DLSS 3.5, ray reconstruction, or turn it off actually. Let's see if that changes our FPS. What I'm not seeing, we've seen that it does actually affect FPS. So we're at 35 before.
I'm getting flashbacks.
It's about the same here.
Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side Slasher.
Yeah. So didn't really change the FPS there. So let's go ahead and see how FSR looks in this game, because in my honest opinion, DLSS, even with ultra performance, doesn't look absolutely terrible. Though there is like some shimmeriness going on, but not that bad. Let's try ultra performance on FSR. This is FSR 2. I don't know if it's 2.1 or 2.2, 2.3. I don't know. But yeah. It's giving us more frames actually, which is interesting. This doesn't look absolutely terrible. It's surprisingly not god-awful. It's 2.2. I mean, there's some stuff going on. Like, if you see, like, these... It's going to be kind of hard to show, but, like, these rocks over here in this pathway. I feel like when I'm turning, I can see it kind of, like, settle into place as I turn. So there's some issues with it. I guess it's a good idea. Let's see what happens if we turn on FSR quality and see what happens with that. Let's see.
Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Oh, it got a lot sharper. Not insanely sharper though, but it's quite a bit sharper. Obviously now our frame rate is tanking. Yeah, so if you're on a 3080, like this is ray tracing low. I guess we could turn off the other quality preset of the game because there's ray tracing presets and then there's normal presets. So could this get us... That brought us up over 30 FPS. We're at like 15 before. So you could technically do low settings and turn on ray tracing if you really want ray tracing. Because the stream compression, I don't think the stream probably looks pretty good right now, actually. Now I will say I am using OBS to stream right now, so the performance would probably be, say I'm walking here, we're at 38 FPS. I honestly think if OBS wasn't open and stuff and streaming, we'd probably be at like 45 to 48. So there's a little bit of a difference here. If you were to, I will say like the game feels responsive even though we're at 40 FPS. Like it's not like absurdly awful. Yeah, I think if you're watching the stream and it's like bad for you, up the resolution or something, because honestly, the you're gonna say it's stream compression. No, it's probably what the game looks like. I'm using 12K bitrate on HEVC. Like it's good. It's good quality recording. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Let's see if we can get in here. So we're on low settings on the quality preset.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
She has an interesting accent. Okay.
Nice talking to you too.
Yeah, what a jerk. What I'm looking at, do you see this here? Can I zoom in on it? Yeah, okay. This little, do you see how, like, this is a reflective surface? And do you see how there's like all these speckles and stuff like that? This is because of, I think because of ray tracing right now. Now, I'm not sure if actually any ray tracing reflections is on right now. Let me check. But that's because when you do ray tracing, you aren't shooting out as many rays to actually get a good looking image, or else it just would be way too demanding. This is already really demanding. But instead you do that and then you use denoising. So I'm curious, I think we have reflections on. So I think what we'll do is, let's see, there's a denoising quality setting here. So let's do this and turn it to high and see if the denoising on this looks better. Also, we might take an FPS hit for it. Oh my, we took a major FPS hit. Yeah. Holy, but it actually doesn't look any better. Ray reconstruction fixes that, right? It should. But I want to see what happens with a better denoiser. Maybe that messed with the other settings? No, it didn't. Holy. My God. So it's actually the denoising that kills this. The denoising is ridiculous. Let's just turn the denoising back to low. And I bet we'll get good FPS again. We can't turn on ray reconstruction because we have FSR on right now. Wow, the FPS, yeah, it fixes the FPS. So that could be something if you want to save on some performance. Okay, let's go back to DLSS. And let's test the ray reconstruction stuff. So we're on the ray tracing low preset, but let's just turn on ray reconstruction. And we're getting like 45, 46 FPS. And does it fix it? It fixes it. Do you guys see that? Well, for the most part. You see this? That looks quite a bit better than it did. But not perfect. What's interesting is when you're in motion, I know this is going to be a little bit hard to see. But when you're in motion, it's like it actually looks smooth and clean. And then when you stand still, it kind of gets noisy again. That kind of trippy. That's odd. Huh. So then if you go back to, if you turn off ray reconstruction, which is replacing the game's denoisers, you can see that the performance is still okay. It's actually better. 47 FPS. Let's turn on ray reconstruction. The settings menu is really nice to go through, by the way. And 45. So actually, if you're on the denoising low preset for ray tracing, you actually get less frames. But if you go on if you're on ray reconstruction, you actually get less frames than on the denoising low. But if you go on denoising high, then I think you lose all your frames. Yeah.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera?
That is crazy.
This whole mountain used to be an active volcano.
Now, I will say that the point of this, so if you want to use ray tracing and you're on an NVIDIA graphic, you're not really going to be using ray tracing on an AMD card, I'm just being honest. Unless you have a 7900 XTX. And even with that, it's probably only as fast as a 3080, which I'm using right now at ray tracing. What GPU is meant to play this game? None of them. None of them. But really, and this has been my philosophy pretty much ever since I got a 3080, is that honestly, it can kind of run ray tracing sometimes, but most of the time, you are going to be turning it off. It's always cool to maybe get screenshots with it, but it just isn't a good experience. Let's go to the medium preset. We're on DLSS quality.
Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth.
This feels a lot better to play.
Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it
60 FPS.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
What do you mean I'm worrying you?
I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating
on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
I will say the voice actors are really good. Watch esports games stop optimizing their games. That's good. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna run a little poll. I wonder what do you guys think. I'm gonna say, what do you think of the graphics? Good, bad, meh. What do you guys think about the graphics? Yeah, I'm not sure if the characters are that good. I think there's like an idea that they're supposed to make you feel a little uneasy. Ooh, that's interesting. This is what we're seeing right now. Interesting. It still uses screen space reflections. That's interesting. So, can I see the totals? So nobody's saying it's bad. Okay. I mean, I think it's clear that the graphics look good. I think it's hard to say that they look bad. I guess maybe even a better question would be, can your system run it? Oops.
Hey, Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back
What
into
do you guys think about
reading.
that? I don't know if I saw your chat. Oh, what's up, Talk? So, this is an idea of how many people can actually run this. In chat, we've got 100 people watching right now. So, out of 44 votes. So, I have a 3080 in the system right now. Without ray tracing, I think it runs completely fine. This is at a point where this doesn't bother me. I can play at 60 FPS. It feels smooth. Like it's a it's a smooth 60 FPS, which can't be said about every game. But this might not apply to everybody. So to me, I don't think
twig sculpture.
this is affecting the gameplay. Oh, like the wait. Let's check out this. You walk in, and the exposure adjusts. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. Look how bright it is outside. That's cool. This is game made with UE5. So it seems like 69%. Hey, guys, keep it right there. No, you messed up. Or it's 70 now. We're screwed. So it seems like a decent chunk of people can play it. The thing is, like, with graphically demanding games, not everybody is always going to be able to play it. There, nice. Keep it right there. No more votes, please. Oh, man. But not everybody is going to be able to play it. It's 30% too many people that couldn't play it. I don't know. It is hard to tell. The right side of her head is kind of disappearing when I'm turning. That's weird. That's weird. Deer.
Hey there, Mr. Deer.
Why are you petting
You
it?
remind me of a dream I had.
Bro, who pets the deer? I wish I could change my vote. You don't think you can run it? Or do you think you can run it? Oh, the 69. That's why. We kept it at 69. We're good. We're good. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's that atrocious. Honestly. Because, yes, the ray tracing is demanding, but we've known ray tracing is demanding for forever. Honestly. So, we're getting a little bit more FPS indoors here, too. So, like, if I wasn't recording on OBS right now, I think we'd be getting about 5 to 10% more performance, by the way. Oh, this is weird. Can you read it? What if it's something? Oh, that is the same thing on. It's kind of hard to read though. It's the new Crisis. Yeah. We can steal their soap. Hey, wait, the toilet's empty. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. They're screwed. I think this place is abandoned, though. Okay, yeah, we're walking out. So, like, you go from inside. 60, 64 FPS. You go outside. 44, 42. That's quite a bit. I would assume console equivalent settings. Yeah, I will say it doesn't have shader compilation or anything.
David. See how Logan's doing.
I'm not getting shader compilation stutters or anything like that.
I just feel bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this far from them.
Wow, we dropped significantly. Holy. I would say console equivalent settings would be like the low preset. And then depending what resolution you're playing at on console might be going all the way to like performance mode upscaling. That's probably what a console is like. I might have to take back what I said because I walked outside here and we're on medium in DLSS quality. And holy. 40 FPS? I did not expect it to go that low. Ooh. Wow.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Oh, this forest is crazy, man. This NPC over here.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here.
Oh no.
Waiting.
It's beer. What are we gonna do?
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
What are the people that killed him? Are they real people? How's this game gonna fit on a Series S? Oh my god, dude. Series S is screwed, man. Let's do some... See, and you come in here and you're just like, wow, my FPS is good. Because you're just looking at a freaking wall. Oh my. I will say, like, it looks really good.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display.
Oh, he's probably brought here after. Why they left the heart there? I don't know. We didn't go on the left side.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
A guy in chat said that he has a 4070 Ti and a 9900K and it was hard to play. You can play this game through Series S with cloud gaming. Yeah, probably. Okay, we can go here.
Locked.
Oh.
They really don't want people coming in here.
Oh. We might be able to find a key. Wait, did we explore that little house all the way? We run like we're constipated, though. Yeah. Well, this is not good. I think this is probably one of the most graphically demanding parts of the game. I have the 3080 in right now. I can't do AFMF. We can go all the way out here, though. Yeah, the foliage is probably crazy demanding. But I think a lot of sections that Saga plays, which is the lady we're playing as right now, I think a lot of the sections she plays in is actually like this. Like you're in the forest a lot. What is that?
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
Is these Easter eggs?
Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake
Plant more
detective.
trees.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Okay. Let's see. We got some stuff. For later. Multiple sets of footprints. The killers. Probably the killers. I doubt fat old man was doing that. Could you drink the beer? You know what? I didn't try to have a sip of the beer. You know what? We should try that. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. Wait. Hey, yo, can we shoot things now? What do we have? We got nothing. Why did it bring me here? I can't upgrade anything. I don't have money. Oh, you can like cycle between things. I don't have enough stuff. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I mean, this is playable. We're on medium right now. I mean, dude, it sucks. Actually, like, a 3080 with DLSS quality at 1440p, 3 years after it releases a high-end graphics card when it released. I think you just have to go down to low settings here. In the woods. I mean, low settings looks really good in this game, so I guess I can't blame it too much. Like, I can't even tell a major difference, but now we're getting a lot more FPS. That feels a lot better. The other thing that I kind of want to try is to put it at 1080p, but I'm not sure how it's going to work on the stream. I have to get a full screen. Don't crash, please. We've had a lot of crashes. Okay. And let's do 1080p. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, it's throwing it in the corner for you guys. We can check it out really quick. We were at around 70 FPS before, or at 1080p with DLSS quality on, so we're rendering internally. They do the math for me. At 720p. Interesting. And upscaling to 1080p. To me, it doesn't look that bad on my screen. I see it across my whole monitor. You guys see it in the corner. Yeah, we're getting about 80-ish FPS. I guess we could turn off upscaling now and see what happens now. Get a DLAA. We dropped from 80-ish to like 60, 65.
So far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure, but you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting.
This doesn't look that bad though. Oh, we tried it with FSR earlier. I'm gonna up it back 1080p and go from there. Why is there so many resolutions? Oh. Okay. This should come back for you guys. Alright, so now we have no upscaling on at 1440p instead. We're getting around 40 FPS. And then if we go on DLSS quality, to be honest, visually, I can't really notice a difference between native DLAA and DLSS quality. If I'm being honest. This is a single PC. I can't swap graphics cards or anything. That's why. Can we go that way? Jump, jump. We got a dodge? Wait, we got a crappy dodge. We just like, ugh. Like we got hit in the gut. Okay, so like, it sucks to say it, but this is what I would play at on my 3080. I would play at low settings, 1440p. It still looks really good, honestly. And I would play at DLSS quality at 1440p. It's just weird to say that you play at low settings, because, I mean, low settings looks... Honestly, in this game, low settings look like about as good as high settings or even ultra settings in like Cyberpunk. It's just there isn't that much scaling.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
A log blocked path. You identified him?
Who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI.
His name is
Came
Nightingale.
to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms.
The characters look good here.
And sisters.
I want to see if I can get a closer look at his face. Okay. And the models look pretty good. So like what happens, like what is the detail difference? So this is what he looks like right here. Let's get a good look at him. We're going to up the settings to high. And see if we can notice a major difference. Now one thing, actually, before we go to all the way to high, all we could do is just up the texture resolution. Let's go to ultra and see what happens. See if the textures actually change. Does have an Alan Wake feel. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Honestly, I'm looking at the textures. I don't see a major difference with the textures here. Now, character models might be preserved. Like, even on low settings, maybe they still use the high quality character models. What about this tree? Staring at the tree. We're on ultra textures. And let's go back to low textures. I don't even see that much of a difference. I would say I think I need to get a little bit further in the game. I need to get to some combat. Because in order to say like if it feels okay at 30 FPS or something, I need to see how it feels in combat. Okay. This is a lot simpler. I thought this might be kind of complicated to do stuff with the mind board here. But what are these? Who's Alex Casey?
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
A texture cache system? It could be a texture cache system. There's probably certain areas of the game where you could tell the difference between high and low. Graphics, but I can't tell the difference between them. At least that much. It's not like going into a game and doing like potato quality graphics. Like, it's not that. And you do get a good chunk more FPS by going to low. I'm seeing if the reflections here. You can see that tree stump. I mean, we're on high settings right now, and that's how the reflections look. And let's go ahead and put it on low. That happened. That definitely happened. The reflection resolution is definitely lower. You can see like how big the stump reflection looks here. And it looks a lot more speckly. It's kind of hard to see it, but you see like that. Looks a lot more speckly here. I mean, it sucks to say it, but I think I'd play it low.
Large amount of blood on the table.
Maybe it's because they... Oh. I'm about to say, there's a large amount of blood on the table. It's probably because they cut his literal heart out. I mean, that'll probably make you bleed a little bit. Like, I would think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Wait, I meant to go to the Mind Palace. I will say that this is pretty cool. I do like this. Lunchbox near... What is that? I can't see what that says. Is this that? Zoop. Okay. Cases. I think this is pretty cool, though. I want to get to some combat, though. I don't know if I need to progress through this to get to combat. Murder, I call it. This is where we're at. So we have this. Heavy blood splatter on the table. Wait. It's not that? I guess we'll put it here. Oh, it's with the killers. Duh.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
How is the Crisis remake? I've never played it. Whenever I load between these, the textures do take a second to load in. Do you see like the number? But it's really smooth. Like they've done it really well. I don't know if that would change. Let's go to high settings and let's like, I wonder if it is like a texture caching system like someone in chat said. And like if you go to high, maybe you could... Ooh. It takes longer to load the textures on high here. Notice that? But it doesn't take as long in the real world. Interesting. So maybe it prioritizes the textures in the game. Like not in the Mind Palace, but in the game world. Okay. What is our goal exactly? Like, are we just finding stuff out and then leaving?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. I don't think I have a whole lot to learn about the... Crazy? Alright, I need to get a sip of this beer. Oh, you can't crouch? I can't even grab it, guys. I'm gonna need a sip of that beer. Come on. Okay. Well, let's go back to the Mind Palace. I think... See, I want to get to combat. How do we get through this? What do we need to learn exactly? Goals. Investigate the crime scene. Learn more about the victim and learn more about the killer. They made this game specifically for graphics. And it's not that impressive. I think it's pretty impressive, honestly. I mean, you're in the woods. What's impressive about graphics is like... I feel like I'm in the woods. That's the impressive part. Oh, wait,
So
I can ask
you
him.
knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened after he got fired? The thing is, like, I'm on a really fast graphics card right now. Does it feel like Last of Us Part 2? Last of Us 2? I don't know what you mean. I never played Last of Us 2. Control the upscaling for it. He's been missing since
Nightingale went
2010.
missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Can I like pin a message? System specs in the description. Can I like pin that? Oh my god. Yes. Okay. So hopefully I won't keep getting the same question over and over again.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau?
Is Moore's Law dead? Maybe.
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Yeah. Naked man in the woods is a problem.
I think that's everything.
They did not
For now,
hide
at
the
least.
the meat.
Clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Need to think about it. That means I go here. Yeah, CPU wise, it's not bad either. This is very graphically demanding. Nightingale went off the deep end.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Tripod found near body. So they film it? Did they film cutting this guy's heart out? Premeditated or spontaneous? That's premeditated then. They were waiting there for a while.
They planned for the murder to happen here.
Character model looks
Passing the time
great.
with equipment ready.
Holy, that almost looks...
But why Nightingale?
That almost looks like a real
He's
person.
been missing for 13 years. Why here?
That's wild.
Why now?
Wait, I thought this place was safe. Who's watching me?
Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel
Hey,
what
FMF guys, it'll save us.
Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation.
I'm excited to test this on a bunch of cards, actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna like... I don't know if I should do like a breakdown. I feel like a lot of people are gonna do a bunch of performance tests against different cards. I feel like I do... Like my content is usually more like... adding to the conversation. Is this the demo? No, this is the real game. I'm in the Mind Palace right now. I can't leave right now. This is a small area of the game where you're actually in her head. So it's all in Lay head, obviously. And this is where you think about the cases and stuff like that. Using our intuition. Missing person or ritual murder? Wait. I don't think this is a if or. How big is the RTX 5090 going to be? It's going to be a whole PC, dude. It's going to be the size of an ITX PC.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years.
Well, this is cool.
Up here.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Okay.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch.
Who's telling me this?
Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
So does she kind of figure this out for you? Not 100% sure if I like that. I feel like we already knew that. I think it just kind of explains it to us. Like we already knew that that they were premeditating this. Okay.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Okay. It's weird as the
The lake
2060s
is connected to Nightingale somehow.
said as minimum requirements.
Casey,
I'm not sure if you
let's
could really
take a
play
look
this
down
in
by
the
the lake.
2060. I mean, you're talking 30
Lead the way.
FPS, dude.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Okay, buddy.
One
Yeehaw.
of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction.
I think it is. I haven't
From the
gotten to the
lake.
actual combat yet.
Probably looking for
It
shelter.
might be like Resident Evil.
Safety.
That's what I've heard.
They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude.
He was
Killers
definitely
knew he
nude. We
was
saw
there,
that.
Ambushed him.
We
dragged
saw
him
that.
to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees.
No,
were
ray tracing isn't worth
that
it.
Big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more.
Hmm.
It is kind of creepy, though.
So, to me, I'm able to achieve 60 FPS, at least right now, without combat.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
Like, we're able to achieve, like, 60 to 70 FPS, and that means, honestly, I think it's a fine gaming experience. Like, for me, on an RTX 3080, it's not taking away from it, but I need to test this on other cards to see if it does take away from the gaming experience.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
That's crazy. So this is the witch that started it all. This is everything.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Okay. Guys, it's getting kind of dark here.
Can't go any further.
You sure?
Water's too deep.
Oh man, I can swim. It does look good. I'm on low settings right now too. Where am I going? Am I trying to find his path? I actually don't remember how. Like, we started the game as the naked old man. Witchfinder Station. Like, we started the game as him, and I don't remember how we really started. Did we come out the water? I don't really know what Alan Wake is about. It's something about Alan, and his last name is Wake. And I think he writes stuff. I don't know what it's really about. Okay. I don't know where I go. Let's go up here. Isn't this where we came from? Am I crazy? I've heard that you don't need to play the first game, but you could have played it. I thought Alan Wake was like alright when it came out. Well, this looks cool. Ooh. Creaky bridge. Oh, I like the sound effects. Quite a bit of stuff here. Friday, this sucks. Monday, this sucks. Oh, is that ammo? Hey. Yo. Where's the batteries? Those batteries? Oh, it's batteries. Hey, guys, we might get some combat here. We just got some supplies for combat, because you actually fight people with a flashlight in this game.
Who's leaving these out here?
Oh, they're just Easter eggs. Wait, that allows us to upgrade our weapons, doesn't it? Oh, wait. Wait, where do I upgrade? Hey. Can I upgrade?
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is.
Who's Casey? I want to upgrade my... I don't have enough. I only got 4, guys. I only got 4. Okay. I'm excited for some combat. If we do get some. Hope so. That's where we went up, right? Can we get in here? Guys, spooky room. Those are some noises. That's not the wind. Hey, what the? What the hell are these? They jump out the window? Like, are these foot track? Is this a glitch or is this... I don't know if this is a glitch or if this is intentional. They went out this window. Well, this looks cool. It's all misty. Like, look at that. It's all woo. Spooky. Okay, let's go a little forward. Witch's hut. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Any stuff here? Okay, a whole lot of nothing. Let's keep going. Okay, we got a fork in the road. Witch's hut. That was a witch's hut. Okay, let's go down here. Let's see what happens. When are we just gonna randomly almost die? That's my question. I don't think we can get out here. Something here though? Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, okay, this is Resident Evil vibes here. Is that healing? Trauma pad. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna get some combat. Ready for me to miss all my shots? This is too much of a walking sim. That's how, generally speaking, like Resident Evil is too. It's, the idea with like walking around is, right now, I mean, I go into like the psychology of it. We're away from our partner. So, the further and further you're walking around and wandering in the woods, the more isolated you feel. The more in danger you feel. If our partner would hear it'd be chill. We're back to the start. Am I supposed to be all the way up here? It's a movie watching itself. Examine the blocked path. Wait, what block? What path was blocked? Did I just miss that entirely? Hold up. This is the witch's hut. Right? Okay. Where was there a blocked path? Am I crazy? Did you guys see one? Can't go down here unless I want to break my ankles. Yeah, I'm literally lost in the woods, boys. Oof. Okay, let's go back down here, I guess. Our partner is over here, right? Yeah. Okay, where else did we even go here? Am I crazy?
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Is this the blocked path? I don't think so. What does this say?
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
There is a piece of paper on the ground. What do you want me to do about it? Let's go here. I don't know. Footprints. Oh, can we uncover something here? Wait.
I think he came from the lake.
The lake?
But his tracks make no sense.
Mr. Anderson. Okay. Oh, we grabbed the paper.
A page full of text on one side.
Maybe a gaming channel.
Not a printout. Written with a typewriter.
I don't know if I have time to edit gaming videos. That's the thing.
Lines scratched out and edits added.
But it would be fun.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
I think what we'll try.
The text is about us.
It's about us.
The victim was one of their own.
It's kind of sussy.
FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Alan Wake. Okay, he's writing the story.
Playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Okay.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way.
I don't know if I'd stream on the
Either
main
he dropped
channel or
his
if I'd stream on another channel.
Or the killers left it for us.
I don't know.
I should profile Nightingale.
I just
about
want to
this
fight
page.
stuff. We get into that? I want to fight. This game is not $70. This game's only $50. There will be DLC for it in the future, from what I can tell. But this game is only $50. Kind of crazy, actually. Don't forget to check the Mine Palace.
Hey, you
Or
made
the
it
Mine
back.
Place.
Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Man, you got a guy with his heart cut open on a table here, and you're talking about puddles. Those are some crazy puddles. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Wait, we can always check this too. I just don't know exactly where to go next.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
Are we gonna find out that Alan Wake is kind of controlling the story?
Just now. Inside. The awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
How did they put something in his chest, huh? Wait. Oh, that's just the thing we read. Bro, that's like, you know, the Dark Knight and they put the bomb in the prisoner. That's what that's like. We're real zoomed out now.
Found all I can here. Time
Okay.
to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
We're gonna rip them apart?
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're ripping them apart. Or something. Wait, what? Wait, what? They wanted me to look at his body, right? Trying not to look in that direction. Let's do that. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Oh. Can I don't think I can upgrade anything yet. Wait. Oh, that's... Oh, I got it. What's that? Is this my stuff? Little Nightmares 3. I actually never played Little Nightmares. Wait, did I like miss something? I thought we were supposed to look at his body. Maybe we go... Can we go back up here? Oh, no, that one's complete. When it turns blue, it's complete.
But yeah, I ran into him a few times.
Cases.
Never worked any cases together. After his
Guess.
partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Okay, we got another area. Oh. Am I crazy? Reminds me of the cabin in the woods. No, I haven't played Metro Exodus, no. I love my mommy. Lady Demistra. How the hell do you say her name? I thought we were supposed to like check his body. It is not letting me check his body, y'all. I feel like I missed something.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Still can't get up here. Oh. To move the body. I see. I don't know, man. We're playing as female Alan Wake, apparently.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination.
Okay, we're not ripping apart the body. Somebody else is.
Sure,
Thank God.
But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Okay. That's our key. I want to fight something.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut.
Now this fence doesn't look like insanely high quality. I'm just looking at that. What happens if we go to high settings? Wait. Looks about the same. I don't see a major difference. Yeah, let's go back to low. I'd play it on low, deal with this quality. This is how I would play the game. But I feel like it's not how the game is meant to be played.
Murders aside, pretty woods.
It's not bad.
Cute lodge we got set up in.
It's not bad, Breeman.
We should go for a hike
Bryman.
if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the
Has a
task,
nice
but
atmosphere.
hopefully the sheriff will
What,
be more
nice
helpful.
as I mean,
Not a surprise
as in
about the
bad.
deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
You guys literally just like tier listing all of the Resident Evil baddies. I want to kind of go in here. The hell is this? Oh, this is a radio station. Oh, I can't look any higher. Interesting. I feel like you might not get combat until a little bit later.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera?
Yeah, why are they? They're live streaming this just like this.
Snuff film?
Maybe.
5G.
And
Dude,
why take out his
that was a
heart just to
5G
throw it
antenna,
away?
To stuff in
and
something for us.
that's why they're going crazy. I swear the 5G's getting to them. They should have wore their
I'll be
tinfoil
back in a
hats.
second.
Roger.
Yeah, yikers. 5G's getting to them, man. Keep going on the hiker's trail. I would say this is a nice peaceful hike in the woods, but I actually don't know. I'm not... You guys scared at all? I'm not really scared at all. Not feeling that vibe. I was a little stuck there. I guess 6G
Here
is
we
being
are.
worked on. Oh no.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Sup? Oh, that's not our car. I was like, we have a sheriff car? Nice. Okay.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
I've got my external SSD out here. It's a little warm. It's not that warm.
With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
It's the coffee, guys. Okay, this is where a lot of people have
Need to swing
done.
by the lodge to get anything from the field
Yeah,
office?
it's like it loaded it and it like cut out the
I'll
audio.
walk there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel.
A lot of people have been testing ray reconstruction here. I think the low settings are kind of falling apart here, personally. We'll look at this a little bit more. Yeah, let's check out the settings here. I feel like things kind of fall off as you look in the distance here. It's harder to tell in the forest because you can't see that far ahead of you.
Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
I'd say the game looked a lot better in the woods. This doesn't look bad, but it looked better in the woods. Also, the volumetric stuff, like the fog, that looks cool. Let's see what happens if we turn it on high. I don't even see a difference. We just went to high setting. I thought it would change. It doesn't really look any different. What about the reflections in the street here?
Hello.
Why? Who's that at me? You're gonna get shot. Stop looking at me. I'm trying to look at this reflections. So we're on low. Let's go to high. Let's see if the reflections change. Things visually change. Like when I press this and go to high and low, things are changing. It looks like there's more effects like with blurring out like the exposure from the sun. Do you see like how it becomes one wide kind of thing? I think it increases the detail in the reflections. I think. Foliage is always intensive. So odd that the woods are more intensive with the city. I mean, foliage is crazy. Yeah. Like Mega Noob said. Okay, I do see a little bit of a difference. Like the reflections look better here. This is no ray tracing, by the way. Now let's see what happens if we turn on ray tracing. Ready for our FPS to tank? Let's see. Apparently ray tracing low still uses screen space reflections. That did change. The shadows change when you turn on RT low. We're on high settings, so. Do you see here, like this? Kind of interesting because you can see it update in real time. But this here, look how the shadows like really low resolution. It looks kind of fuzzy and jagged as it goes around here. I'll leave that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on ray tracing low. That's a big difference. That's a really big difference. So this is just ray trace shadows, I think. I don't think there's dynamic resolution. No, there's no dynamic resolution in the game. Now, there goes our FPS though. Man, the shadows do look better though.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Okay, let's turn off ray tracing low. Ooh.
Don't know, don't care.
Ooh.
How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee.
The model looks really good.
Rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Oh, that's great. Can I get some coffee? Oh man. You telling me all this stuff? I can't even get some goddamn coffee? Man.
Man, it is sweaty shoot, isn't it, Charlene?
Okay, so if you turn on... Yeah, it really is. I saw the Digital Foundry video. There's a big difference with RT shadows. Now, what I am interested in, if we go from... So this is rasterized shadows, okay? What if we turn the settings down to low? So things change.
Are you as comfortable as I am?
Things don't even look that much worse, though.
Hot caffeinated beverages you downed has anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh. Ooh, those reflections do not look good. This is just screen space reflections. Ooh. Ooh. That looks... Look at that. Look how... jagged they look. I'm zoomed in right now. Ooh.
Come to coffee.
Okay, let's turn it up to high. Oh, that helps the reflections a lot. This isn't ray tracing. Wow. That really helps screen space reflections.
You and me both, brother.
Okay. And I guess the other thing I want to test, this is going to be awful, but let's turn on ray tracing high and just see what happens. Oh, the reflections look so good, though. Oh, my. This has ray reconstruction, by the way. Jeez, those look good. Jeez. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. That looks good. Is it playable? I mean, not really. But let's see if we turn off ray reconstruction, but we use the... I pressed the button, by the way. But we turn denoising to low. Oh god. Whoa, ray reconstruction was helping our FPS. Wait, it looks speckly now too. Can you guys see that? Wow. Okay, wait. Turn ray reconstruction back on. We're at like 6 FPS now. What's weird though is like you look around the frame, we're at like 6 FPS. It's like it looks terrible, and then you freeze frame and it looks like almost like movie quality. Like look at this sign, like the sign that's standing on this thing here. Oh my god. Our controls aren't responding. Also, my body's kind of disappearing. Do you see that? I know it looks terrible, but like at the low FPS. That's weird. Come on. I'm trying to press escape. Yikers. Alright, turn on ray reconstruction again. I guess that helps. That helps our FPS a lot to turn on ray reconstruction. Now we're at like 20 to 30. Oh man, it's actually a bummer how good these look, but then you can't really use it. Screenshot mode. So what upscaling would we have to use to make it useful? Let's go to balanced. This is with full path tracing in the game on the 3080. Our starting resolution is 1440p, or we're going from balanced, DLSS balanced to 1440p. Man, dude. Just get a 4090, you'll get 60 FPS. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It does look good though. Like I can't deny it. Like, wow, that looks awesome. Holy crap. And like you look off screen and it doesn't disappear. So they killed it with the ray tracing.
Just a few more days. It's a nice looking float.
But man, you kind of have to play like this.
This is my first Deer Fest.
So I turned off the... I guess we could turn full ray tracing, but then turn it on the low preset. And see if we can get playable FPS. Not really. I don't think so. Not even a 4080 can lock 60. I don't think you're wrong. I think that's true. I will say DLSS looks great. It's something that's so cool about it. There's like this balance between this stuff is like DLSS has a like it's clear that the future of gaming is not to render every single pixel. Like I definitely think that NVIDIA is right with that, and DLSS definitely has potential to be the future of gaming or upscaling. Because if you want to play at 1440p or 4K, and you already have a full 1080p image that doesn't look that bad, if you can upscale that to look good, then yeah. But there's also like a side of it that's just like, man, that sucks. And I wish it wasn't like that. But at the same time, this looks pretty great. This is with full path tracing on right now, but at low settings. On DLSS balanced. And this is actually like in playable range. Well, I think one of the problems with DLSS ruining game development is that the games, like, I think games are progressing at the rate that they should be. And yes, this technology came around, like upscaling, like DLSS, frame generation, all that stuff. I think games are progressing at the rate that they honestly should be, but our hardware all of a sudden stopped progressing. Like, it hasn't been that much. Like, if you look at the 1080 Ti nowadays, I know 1080 Ti can't really run this game because it doesn't have mesh shaders. But if you look at the 1080 Ti, that 1080 Ti is still as fast as a 4060 or a, what's it called? A 7600 from AMD. It's still that fast and has 11 gigabytes of VRAM. And that card is 6.5 years old now. So you would think that cards, like even the lowest end card, wouldn't be the same speed as a top end card from 6.5 years ago. But it is. You'd think we would have progressed more than that, but that's not the case. Okay. I think, how long have we been streaming? Might end up calling it a night here. I would have liked to get to some combat because I want to see if FPS drops in combat. But I'm not sure. That's silky smooth 35 FPS. It's not that bad. I will say, like, some games aren't responsive. At like lower FPS, but this game actually surprisingly feels pretty tight. Like when I move my mouse, this doesn't feel bad.
It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
So yeah. I don't think I'll do a part 2 on stream. Though I think I might start testing this game with different graphics cards where I am in the game. I might play it on stream. This game does look good at low settings. Like I know that's been basically said by a lot of people now, but the difference between low and high isn't that dramatic. Honestly, if you can do low settings, depending where you are in the game, what card you have, if you could do low settings but fix the shadows by turning on ray tracing medium or low, just putting RT shadows on the game, that's not bad. Because I think the shadows look a little messed up. Now the reflections aren't going to be quite that good, but wait, that's not screen space reflections. Wait, let's turn that on. Wait, let me check this real quick. Turn off ray tracing. Okay, it's disappearing here. Do you see that the building is disappearing over there? But if you turn on ray tracing low, wait, is it reflecting on ray tracing low? It is. Is there a DX11 setting? No way, dude. This game uses. Yeah. I think I'm gonna make more of a directed video. I think there's other people that are gonna test a whole bunch of cards in this. Like Daniel Owen usually does a crazy job about that. I'm starting to figure out that I don't really think I always need to be the one to benchmark everything. I make different types of videos. But I might test it. I'll probably see how it scales on different cards. And that will probably involve pulling out some of the lower end ones or on Intel cards. I think Intel actually runs great in this game from what I've heard. Somebody came in chat and said the A770 is running it fine right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night on this stream. Obviously, we didn't get that far in the game. We've been looking at details a lot. But I think I'm going to call it a night. It's only $50, yeah. Game is only $50. Actually quite a deal. I think you get about 20 hours of gameplay out of it. Yeah, I don't think that, like, when you turn it to low settings, and which I know low settings sounds dramatic, but it really isn't. If you turn the game to low settings and you have to consider too, I was using OBS, so in recording, and I think that hurt our FPS quite a bit. But if you go to low settings and use a little bit of upscaling, the game is very good. Like playable wise. I wouldn't complain about it. Should you use ray tracing? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna call it a night, guys. You guys have a good one. Yeah. We got a lot of cats. We actually just got kittens recently too. We have like five more cats in our house. God. Alright. You guys have a good night. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in next time I see you. Peace.